Welcome back to the Humble Market Timer YouTube channel. If you enjoy the content, once again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now, today's video is going to be a quick one, but I wanted to focus on Microsoft, the chart of Microsoft in particular. Now, I've been trading and investing for probably over 20 years, and I kid you not, I don't believe I have ever seen a chart more bearish on a company that's this established, that's this well ran, that generates this kind of money. I mean, we're talking about Microsoft being arguably one of the top 3 to 5 companies in the entire world. Generally, you don't see super bearish setups on stocks and companies like that. But I'm going to get into it on this particular video why I believe that this is probably one of the bearish setups I've ever seen of a company, for a company this size and this valuable and of this ilk. Before we go any further, once again, you guys check out my disclaimer. Again, won't leave it up long. These are just my ideas, not investment advice. Now, here's a monthly widespread chart of Microsoft, and you can see it has been on a tear since about 2015, 2017. It has made a parabolic rise over the last, I would say, 7 to 8 years. And to be honest, when you see action like this, even though we know Microsoft is a great company, it tends to not be sustainable. Usually, when you have a move that goes up this steep, this parabolic, eventually you work your way back to the general uptrend line, and you either get there by a dramatic drop or an extended period of consolidation. But just again, looking at the chart, you can see in this big up move starting in 2018, how orderly the trading has been, how the price action has stayed within this nice parallel. It's really nice for trading purposes when stocks are this orderly, because you know when to get in and when to get out. But as you can see, in the last month or so, it has broken out of this main parallel. And as I said, this parallel has been going for 6-7 years. So it's a very strong parallel in which Microsoft has been trading in. And just recently, it has broken out right here of that parallel. Now we zoom a little closer. Slide it over a little bit. You can see within that parallel, once it hit that lower band of the main parallel, it traded in a very orderly fashion in another parallel. And this occurred over the last 2 years. So again, very orderly action. Once it hit that upper band, it worked its way back to the lower band, and worked its way right back to the upper band, and right back to the lower band, and right back to the upper band. Very orderly action. But as you can see, it has dropped out of that parallel that we have inside the main big parallel. So you have a bearish indicator inside another bearish indicator, which is very unusual for a stock, but it's telling you what the company is, what's going to happen to the company in the very near future. And then we have one more setup here. See if I can make this a little bigger. Scroll down a little bit bigger. And you can see here, look at this action right here. And I will get my drawing tool. And I want you to make notice of this action. We have a shoulder and a head, and then another shoulder, all fitting along this neckline, very clear. And as you can see now, we are starting to break that neckline. So you have a third bearish indicator of what is going to occur with this particular stock. You have 3 bearish indicators, and they're each entangled inside the other, which provides just more confluence that this stock, indeed, as great a company as Microsoft is, it's headed lower. And if you want to get an idea of the measured move, of where it's going to, how far it falls if it breaks, which it's currently doing, you take the top of the head and extend it to the bottom, to the neckline, and then you grab it and you move it over to where the neckline breaks, and then where it hits gives you a target price for where the stock should at least go. Maybe not right away, but the way stocks move, it eventually hits the lower portion of this measured move off the head and shoulder bearish action indicator. And if you notice, I drew a big uptrend line that trends from when the stock really went parabolic, but it hit from the December 18 lows, which is near to, then it connected to the pandemic lows, and then through the October of 2022 lows, and you can see how it's trending in that trend line, and it's going to be pretty close to hitting that line. So it's again, I talked about that gravitational pull that a lot of times stocks have to the main uptrend line, to get it back to some level of normalcy, to get it out of that parabolic state. And this particular area would be around that 310 to 300 level for Microsoft, which is a pretty steep drop for a company that does so well and makes so much money. But the way the charts are telling it, this company is destined for another pullback because you have multiple bearish indicators all intertwined and intermingled into a very short time frame. And that means there's confluence that the stock is going lower. Again, I think Microsoft is a great company. It'll probably bounce back at some point, but the technicals are showing that it's going lower. And again, it's one of the more bearish technical charts I have seen in a while for a company that's arguably one of the best in the world. Hope you liked the video. Once again, if you like the video, please like, comment, or subscribe, and subscribe. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.